Jill.
So this is Comme des Garçons, both from the same collection. They weren't shown on the runway together, but we did style them together a little bit like a full bridal look. So when you see the skirt that's hanging next to it,
Pull
you'll
out
see
the
how
skirt.
it's scrunched. So it's a little bit like the toiles, the sort of fabric that you're using before you make the garment.
It's like a curtain. Can I feel that? Yeah, it is. It's definitely like a muslin.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
it's kind
beautiful.
of gorgeous, and I joke that if I were ever to get married, then that might be my bridal look.
It would be a great
Never
one.
gonna happen.
Well, you never know.
Then this piece of magic is from 1985.
It's heavy.
It's beautiful.
Very heavy. Doesn't look like leather when it's being worn. It's so soft and gorgeous, and definitely party at the back.
That's
1985 also, I think the Met has this,
so
and
good.
it just moves so beautifully.
Look at the way that's cut. He was a genius.
And then similar, 1985, Alaya fans will recognise that cut.
It's beautiful.
It's an example of when there's a blazer, not just a blazer.
So these are all like from the private collection of Carla
All from
Sozzani.
Carla, yeah. And I can see her wearing this stuff so elegantly, and yeah, her inner punk. Another
What a
car,
great skirt.
which we actually styled with that Alaya jacket to pair something unexpected with it, and it worked really well.
That's great.
And then the other calm is obviously gloves that everybody loves.
So how can these are for sale on Byronesque?
Everything's for
or-
sale. All
Wow.
profits go to the Fondation to support all the work that it and Carla does to uphold creative integrity that is much needed
I'll say.
today.
How beautiful is that? So if they can't make it on Saturday, they go
It
to
will
your
be
site,
online at byronesque.com.
which is great. Look at the cut of
This
these.
masterpiece is actually separate. It's one of those confusing things. If you didn't know how to put it on, you probably wouldn't be able to.
I know that's happened in my closet sometimes.
But
the black.
Yeah, right. But the trousers are inside out intentionally, and the skirt sits over it. I think that it's genius, and the skirt sort of hangs off, but the back pockets are great. It's the ghosts of Fondazione Sozzani echoing.
What was
throughout
in
the
here
gallery.
before? It was a newspaper.
I think it used to be a print.
Printing,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
And
Look
then-
at this beauty.
Very popular Gesquier.
Wow.
Particularly the Parisian girls love this era of his work.
Yeah, I mean, because that's so light and delicate, because most of the stuff you did at Balenciaga was quite heavy.
Yeah, very heavy kind of neoprene.
Yeah,
thick
exactly.
wools and cargo
That's-
materials.
That's quite a difference.
But all this stuff was kind of worn with very. The whole collection was really frilly.
I wonder if
It's very un-Byronesque, but it works somehow.
it's beautiful.
We styled the dress version with the the con trousers, so it kind of, and then we
okay.
paired them with a heavy McQueen shoe from.
So where can
number
people
13.
see those images?
They'll be online at Byronesque probably next month.
Great.
And then the next two con pieces, again, don't belong together, but we did put them together.
Well, I mean, isn't it crazy now how, like, when stylists bar clothes, they're forced to just do total looks? I mean,
Yeah, and they miss out on this chance to
yeah, this is great.
put different eras together.
And it's funny because Ray hates flowers, and yet she does the most amazing things with them.
I didn't know she hated violence.
Yeah. That's why I think, she likes to take things she doesn't like, I guess, to challenge. This is fun. What is it, like padded? These?
Yeah.
It's like paper.
It's like the modding that
Yeah.
you get inside clothes.
It's great. And the jacket is so beautiful. So much fun, the little.
And then you'll know this. This is it doesn't look like a belt. We actually styled it as a top. But it is the Elia belt. There's a very famous photo of Azadine Elia with Tina Turner wearing the dress version of that.
Was it in the exhibition at the...
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, amazing. Wow.
So
But how great is that as a top?
It kind of, it was kind of amazing.
Because normally I don't like things that transform, but this transformation is pretty outstanding. That's pretty brilliant.
And then this alien-looking dress does have quite a lot of stretch in it. We have a version that's a bigger size and a bit longer, but this was not, again, this is, I want to say 84, 85, I don't recall right now, but it's a runway dress, and it's just stunning.
And it's like terry cloth, or what is this?
I think it's like a chenille.
Yeah. Huh. So it's very comfortable.
It's so comfortable, I have tried it.
Yeah, I can see it on
It's
you,
like-
actually. That's what I was going to
I
say.
feel like, I was just saying earlier that you read all these stories about how much Azadine Elia made women feel very empowered. And I'd never experienced that for myself until I put that dress on, and it was like...
You were Tina Turner.
Transformation.
Were you Tina Turner then?
I wish.
This is amazing.
I love these.
Wow,
I would,
they're
maybe,
bloomers.
Again, maybe that would be an alternative bridal look for me, but
Wow.
we teamed it with the very alternative. We put it with the fake fur
At the end.
junior, and it moved so brilliantly because the puff actually sort of
Oh,
kept
this is
moving in
good.
between. It moved so well.
These are
It almost kind of
great.
had a Gesquier tool thing about it when it was paired together like that.
It's so good.
But I loved it. I loved that bit together.
So everybody's going to have to wait till next month to go to Byronesque, BYRONESQUE.com to see these pictures.
They can see.
They can see the clothes
They can see
now.
the clothes, but the actual editorial will be. A little
And
bit
the
later.
shoes, these are
So
tiny
these are
shoes.
2009. These are adult shoes. It was when Martin did the anniversary collection and created a series of collector's items that weren't necessarily made for wearing, but the models did wear them on the runway.
Without
It's
falling.
intentionally without the heel. So the human heel hangs off the shoe, and
Which is another look.
which is a whole other look. I think it looks brilliant, and it is possible to walk in them, and I loved it. We don't often kind of stick to full runway looks, but the shirt is just a shirt without the skirt, and the two pieces just work
Wow, that's
brilliantly
pretty
together.
amazing.
So yeah, literally
That might be the most beautiful shirt I ever saw.
You're wearing a hoop.
Yeah. Wow. Only come can do this.
Yeah.
How amazing, because it looks kind of Spanish.
Yeah.
Is it not the dream catchers? What are those things that sometimes people put them on walls as decorative art? Yeah,
Macrame. Wow, that's pretty amazing. I can't imagine how great that looks on.
it looked really great, but it does belong with that shirt. I wouldn't have broken up
These two.
the twins yet.
So that goes under it?
No, it's a skirt and top, and it was shown on the runway together like that.
This is a skirt.
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking at it as a top.
As well.
There's your full look.
There we go.
Okay. But I wonder, that's great. It's kind of parochial school look. Like the way it folds almost like a tie. Beautiful shirt. Wow. But I wonder what it's like if you tried it as a top.
As a top.
Did you?
No, and I will.
Do
And now I will.
I think it could look pretty amazing. Yeah, it could look pretty amazing.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And there's the
Brilliant.
magic of Comme des Garçons.
Yes. I remember when I used to work for Joyce and we did shoots and we all knew clothes really well, but sometimes they had to come
With an
to the
instruction.
shoot. They had to literally send a physical person because we were like,
Some
how
pieces were
does
missing,
this
yeah.
go? This is great. This is
So,
easy peasy.
the dress is the main.
This was Galliera at
This is,
Balenciaga.
no,
Who
this
was
is
it?
very early Demna.
Demna. Wow.
Demna Balenciaga.
God. Yeah,
Which
right
you'll see-
after Vetements. Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
echoes of his Margiela inspirations.
How great is that?
And also, we do have the boho version that Galliera did. So you can see where the inspirations come from. But yeah, it's
That is so
it's
good.
a lot of a dress.
Mm-hmm.
But it moves so brilliantly when it's on. The cut's kind of amazing.
I
Because
love
it's
it.
all mismatched fabrics draped in a very clever way.
Kind of upcycled. Not really.
I don't think
Maybe.
this fabric was. I think
It's beautiful
it's
fabric. Wow, it's amazing.
and then we've got Junior's version of arguably a Chanel jacket.
Yeah. Great.
Again,
Wouldn't it be nice
way
to
better
see?
than Chanel.
That's what I was going to say. Wouldn't it be nice to see Junya replace Virginie? Guess that would probably never happen, but it would be great.
Someone should.
Yes, we're all in agreement. But it sells, you know. That's the problem.
As long as there's number 5 and quilted handbags, isn't that a
That's
problem?
exactly it. Yeah. So this is an interesting cut.
Well, we were having this conversation earlier. Funny enough, this skirt for comm collectors, quite a few years ago now, we couldn't find enough of them. And
Really?
the price was insane. People were paying a lot of money for that collection.
Wow. Let me see the front. Okay.
And as
That's wild.
Sophie will testify, the inside of it is quite special.
Yeah.
That tattoo. I think that's like graffiti
Yeah.
graffiti. It's like that. LA spray paint trashy tattoo.
So what was it going for? What's it going for now?
Not what it used to be. I don't have the prices on.
Okay.
But again, this is like obviously the construction of that's
Yeah.
brilliant. But what's so amazing, if I described, it's the complete opposite of the descriptions of the artwork that we've got in the posters. If I described that to you, it would be, we're going to get some muslin fabric or toile fabric, and we're going to scrunch it up and just roughly cut the edges and then sew it together in a bit of a kind of random way.
The back is amazing.
If I described that, someone would go, well, that doesn't sound very good.
Right.
But then when you see that
Yeah.
Well, there's an artistry to it. I think random is probably relative.
I don't know. Is it just genius randomness or very calculated?
It's like it almost feels like a combination of the two. It's like
Yeah.
it has a sense
I
of
wouldn't
nature
see it as calculated. I think it's just sort of playing with the fabric, feeling it, and this feels good. And to me, it doesn't feel calculated. Maybe it is, but I don't see it that way.
And that might be the easiest to wear
Sweet,
thing that
yeah.
we've got, but it's just another example of the raw
It's kind of the
simplicity.
Death in Venice look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. So what did you put that with the skirt? Or
We didn't.
yeah, just with nothing.
We didn't style
Legs.
it. We didn't
Oh,
style
okay.
it. anything.
Maybe it doesn't need
Okay,
anything.
Diane, this is very you.
It's beautiful. I remember the lips collection. Yeah, what year was this? Well, 2000 something, obviously.
2008.
Mhm. Yeah. Fun.
Closer on the lips.
The skirts were 1,000.
Okay. That's great. But no sleeves. Well, Carla has thin arms. That's great too. It's true, I can see her in every piece.
Right.
This is beautiful textile. Wow.
The elegant punk that she is.
Yeah. Beautiful.
You might want to open it for dramatic effect because it's
Nice little sound effects here.
Yeah, a little ASMR.
Yes. Yeah, you could do a recording. Beautiful. So what year is this one? These textiles are amazing, aren't they? Great.
It's open here.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's quite clever. Et voila.
And the posters. What's going on back here?
that vinyl's from 2009. The vinyl coat.
Beautiful.
So when we partnered with Carla, we were talking about the role of the Fondazione and how important it is, and not necessarily using her words, but the mission of the foundation is very much to uphold creative integrity at a very elevated level. And obviously Carla is very well respected and knows a lot of the best painters, artists, designers, photographers in the world. And throughout its 30 plus years, the foundation has exhibited probably some of the best artworks in the world, and I include fashion photography in that. And so we were talking about, imagine if we didn't get to see these great works of art and photography. What would our inspiration be? We'd be diluted down to whatever stuff we get sent the algorithm on Instagram. So it's very important what she does. And I started describing one of the photos. And in doing that, I started to picture the photograph in my mind. And so I said, we need to make people imagine that you didn't exist, and how important the foundation is, and how important it is that we support what you do through the sale of the collection. So we basically worked with a writer and a designer. We selected photographs from the books and the catalogues of the exhibits that the foundation have put on over the years. And a writer called Andrea Mason and the art director Paul Heatherington designed these posters.
It's also on the cup.
Yes, and we also created they're for sale to support the foundation. You can buy the posters, and you can also buy a tote bag from the great company called Mercury, who are all sustainable. Everything is environmentally friendly. and chic, which often the two things don't go together.
That's true.
So you can probably, I mean, if I show you the photos that these belong to, you can either guess which ones they are already, or you're going to kick yourself because you'll go, oh, of course it's that. So there's something very rewarding about kind of going, okay, so Images of Women exhibited in 2013. An angel in New York parades her wings on 7th. So 7th Avenue in New York, who was photographed wearing wings in New York. That's the famous Anna Valletta. So that gives you an example. And so some people get them immediately.
I failed, because you asked me and I failed.
It's a bit of a game.
It is a game. It's like a high art, fashion, intelligent guessing game. I kind of wanted to turn it into a card game, for real.
Oh, that's clever.
Very
Marketable.
clever. Lots of
So, like, the
ideas.
Lots of
decision to
drunk
not-
fashion people playing, guess the photo.
No, that's very.
No, that's great. It's
a
much
good idea.
more interesting than a lot of what's going on in that realm.
Have small prints all with anything but
Yeah, I would buy those.
That's a really good like museum shop foundation, like really accessible product as well.
Well, the posters and the bags are definitely available.
They're available on Byronesque.com.
Yeah.
But so the decision here to not exhibit the photos, juxtaposed with the writing.
Because we're Byronesque, we're never going to give you the answer.
Byronesque will never give you the answer.
But it
the
sort of
archives
removes like
are
the
there.
context